Done with the policy, and what a fabulous trading session it turned out to be today. We're headed in for the best weekly gain that the Nifty has had since June 7th. We're now comfortably above the 11,900 mark. And the day did not begin quite like that. It was a much tempered move to start off trade with. In fact, pre-announcement, we went in absolutely flat with a negative breath into the policy announcement. And then a couple of announcements which really pleased the equity markets came about from the policy. The dovish stance, it turned out to be a firecracker of a policy, especially now that the RBI has relaxed home loan LTV rules. So that really brought about a fair amount of excitement from within the banking pack. Look at what the Nifty Bank pack did, and I would club it with the financials as well. So starting off with an ICICI Bank, which has now managed to close above the 400 rupee per share mark. You also had an HDFC Bank, which in any case has outperformed the rest of the Nifty, has managed stupendous gains for the last 9 trading sessions, pushed further in today's trading session as well, and that managed a comfortable 3% in gains. You had an Axis Bank hold up, you had SBI look good by about almost 3.5% along with HDFC Bank, and then a clutch of financials, starting off with LIC Housing Finance, wherein the September data for the disbursals has looked very strong. That, coupled with the optimism on the rest of the financials pack, augured very well for the stock, and that almost managed an 8% kind of gain. A BOB, PNB, RBL Bank, they were all looking very strong. But remember, the week started off with TCS. That's what we actually first reacted to in this week. That rubbed off on the rest of the IT pack as well. Wipro is going to be coming out with its earnings next week. You'll have Infosys, Mindtree, as well as HCL Technology. It's going to be a tech-heavy next week. And sure enough, Wipro saw some more momentum coming in today as well. So going strong into its earnings week with another 4.25% push coming in today. When you talk about laggards, you can't really draw out any trend today. While the breadth, of course, was underperforming the benchmarks, but a Biocon lost about almost 4%. Tata Consumer ebbed off by about 3.5%. Saw some red ticks coming in for a Z, for a Cummins, for a Grasim, and then of course top on everyone's mind was also Vedanta delisting. We're yet to see whether the delisting is actually going to go through or not, today being the last day. And that is something that the market will only take cognizance of in Monday's session. So that was that in trade. The Nifty IT index, of course, has managed a stunning show, almost an 8% gain coming in this week. So let's see next week as well. It's going to be all about IT. And yes, what's key is going to be whether or not you see the participation from banks continue or not, given that they have such a large weightage within the index. So that's going to be very imperative. You also saw some sleepers actually come back to trade, if I can term them that. An L&T, for instance, that held out by a solid 3%. And mind you, in today's trading session, the two big boys on the back of which the market has done what it has so far, TCS and Reliance, closed in absolutely flat. So we've done it all thanks to banks in today's session.